Hey, it's Mr. Excitement here, crypto blogger, techbait.net. Anyway, see the guy on my screen? See the guy on my screen? Not the white dude in the middle on the right, but the other guy. You can see it's all the same guy in various poses and different lengths of his hair. That guy is Craig Grant, as you can see, Craig Grant. And one picture there says he's a scam artist. Over at the bottom, you can see he was obviously in BitConnect. If you remember when BitConnect was at its height, this guy was out there taking out YouTube ads and basically doing ads from hotels and hotel rooms and hotel pools, and he had a big screen TV showing his Bitcoin balance in the BitConnect system, and he was one of the top recruiters. He probably made a lot of money in that. Look, he's an enterprising guy. All the respect in the world for how enterprising this guy was to go on the YouTube ads and everything. But later on, when BitConnect crashed and lawsuits were filed, he was named in some of these lawsuits because he was one of the big promoters. That's one of the dangers of having your name out there as a big promoter. So even though he wasn't running the BitConnect, he was a big promoter. And so anyway, I don't know what happened with the lawsuit thing with his name on it. But he basically surfaced again. What happens is we have this smart contract thing called proof of weak hands 3D, and it's basically an Ethereum smart contract. I've done other videos about it. You can go back and watch my videos on it. And it's basically like an investment game, right? It's done in a smart contract. So unlike lending platforms like BitConnect, it's decentralized, not centralized in the hands of some people that can make off with your money and do exit scams. It's all in an Ethereum smart contract, and the smart contract basically controls everything. So you basically put into the contract with Ethereum, and then it goes into the smart contract, and the blockchain and the smart contract, the dapp, manages the whole thing. Okay, and it manages deposits, withdrawals, reinvests, dividend awards, the whole thing. So it's completely done by computer. It's been hack tested. It's been everything. It's pretty secure. Okay, so if you're interested in that, I have my link below for proof of weak hands. So anyway, the proof of weak hands thing is a brilliant thing, and it had a big run up and then a subsequent crash, and it's still running. Right, people are still in there, still getting paid dividends. Basically, what happens is when you buy into it, you pay 10% of your buy-in gets distributed to all the token holders, and then you hold it and you're a token holder and you get your dividends. Whenever people buy in or sell out, withdraw money out of the P3 token, because the P3 token is what you're buying with your Ethereum and what you hold when you're in the system. When you cash out P3 tokens, 10% also goes back into the contract and gets distributed in the form of what they call dividends to all the members. So basically, if you're going to sit in there and hold your tokens, you're going to get dividends on everybody who's buying in and selling out. Your dividends are paid in Ethereum, so there's no fee on that except the network fee when you withdraw it, which is like a few cents, okay? So that's the long and short of it. So anyway, what somebody else did was, this other guy took the proof of weak hands contract and cloned it, and he made a few changes, and he called it Poo, P-O-O-H. And they even played up the whole Poo thing with the emoji that looks like poop, And basically what they did was they kind of almost turned it into a scam. Even though it was the same smart contract and it's all run on the Ethereum network, they did it so that the people buying in were able to buy up a whole lot of tokens, the ones who got in early, the ambassadors, you want to call them. And then they also ended up, what came out later was they ended up paying a lot of high-powered YouTubers to shill this thing and get a lot of people in, right? So basically they kind of took a lot of the momentum away from proof of weak hands into this thing, because you know how people are, the new kid on the block, the new shiny ball, that sort of thing. So this thing started going, but then some people took issue with that, started going on YouTube, criticizing how they set it up, showing that it was really a whole lot of expense. And of course, Craig Grant was in on that, right? He was one of the big promoters for this, yada, yada, yada. So this guy who's out there in a mask, who's the main antagonist for criticizing Pooh and wanting to take it down by showing everybody what they did. Okay, he's a big supporter of proof of weak hands, and he still is, but he decided to clone the same contract and this time make it more fair and actually try to experiment with some of the settings by holding it even more lucrative. In other words, it's now a 25% penalty to buy in and sell out, right? So it definitely encourages you to hold your tokens longer. Pays out more dividends because it's subtracting more, right? And so right now it's growing and it's on the way up. It's getting very popular. A lot of these people don't care what they invest in; they just want to make the money. So and when brilliantly, what he did was he named it Proof of Craig Grant. Put Craig Grant's face all over the front page, and even gave Craig Grant, I guess, a masternode link, I guess in return for using his name or something. I mean, I don't even think they asked him his permission, but I really don't know. I can't say one way or the other. But he is now kind of into this thing, it seems. I watched a video where he was kind of like into promoting this thing. He's still into the whole Pooh thing, and I don't know how much he's into proof of weak hands, but he's definitely into this. How could you not be into something that has your name on it? I mean, you go to the page and it's a picture of him in a swimming pool, and it's brilliant that they kind of like co-opted him and his persona to promote this thing. But this one is actually fair to the community, and it pays back in the right way. It's done in an ethical way, with slight tweaks from the original Proof of Weak Hands. So anyway, Proof of Weak Hands is still going to be out there with their new like a FOMO coin, other coins that they're going to add to their stable, right? So it's definitely worth being in Proof of Weak Hands. I have that link below, but I also have the link for Proof of Craig Grant. This is a funny project. It's worth it to be in it just to see what happens. I mean, while the price is low, get your tokens and get your masternode link. It's like 50 coins to have a masternode link. It's definitely, I think it's worth it. It's a blast. The amount of community and fun that you get out of these things is amazing. Provides a lot of entertainment outside of the regular crypto investing world. And it's a great place to park some Ethereum and get some dividends. And I think the dividends from this one might be pretty sweet. So it's definitely worth it. Check my link below. It'll take you right there. It's the same deal. You need something like my Ether wallet and the MetaMask Chrome plugin to send your ETH into the contract. And then after that, once you have something like my Ether wallet with your tokens, your ETH, and MetaMask, and you're logged in, you just go right in and you send it in, and boom, you're in business. It's so simple. If you can get over that first part. So check it out. Check out my link below. And also check out techbait.net for all your crypto and tech news up to date. Please watch my other videos, subscribe, comment, and hit the notification. I'd appreciate it. I'm trying to grow this channel. So anyway, this is too funny not to be a part of. So kudos to Craig Grant for kind of being into this thing and going with the flow. He says his religion is money, and I believe it because the dude's really into making money. Later.